What's going on, y'all? Listen, I just got through. I'm gonna tell y'all something. I know some of y'all was like, girl, why is this late? Y'all probably thought I wasn't coming through tonight. Well, it probably be up this morning. I don't know, because I got another video that's uploading at the moment. But let me just tell y'all, I had a doctor's. First of all, it's been a lot that's been going on at work because my boss was sick with, okay? And so she's been out. We already down some staff members, so therefore we've been doing a lot of overtime. So I've been exhausted from that. And I had to take today off because I had a doctor's appointment. I think I told you guys about this earlier in a different video, but what the fuck? I have a cyst on my ankle, okay? On my ankle, on my right ankle, and the inside. The inner ankle, you know what I'm saying? And bitch, it's been bothering me. It's been bothering me for a minute now. And actually, I kind of got to go back, and I realized that it's been irritating me longer than I think that it has been, or at least I thought that it has. It just has become more prominent. The more irritation, the more it's and painful. That's what it is. Because I would notice like my freaking foot would be tingling, like, you know, when you go sit on the toilet and you sitting on there a little bit too long and your legs and your foot go to sleep or whatever, that tingling sensation, like when your foot about to go numb or anything about to go numb, that's what it'd be feeling like, the little prickling sensation. And I'm like, I'm standing up, so why is my foot feeling like that? I'm in the shower, why is my foot feeling like that? I'm like, damn, bitch, when I was bigger than this, I ain't never had that, so it can't be a weight thing. And I already went to the doctor and got tested. I ain't got diabetes, so it can't be that. And then I looked at the cyst and I was like, oh, okay, that has to, something told me to Google. And I was like, oh, okay, so that's 9 out of 10 what it is. I went to the doctor because it was just bothering me so much for the past couple of months or so, to the point that, baby, it'd be hard sometimes to go to fucking sleep because that shit, the fucking pain will just shoot and wake me up. It'll just shoot up my fucking foot and just wake me up. And the heel be just on fire. It just literally feel like somebody is stabbing me in the inside of my foot. And my family, we do got a history of flat foot, so I thought that that was the issue as well. But that really was. And I went to the doctor, the pediatrician, not the pediatrician, the podiatrist. And he saw the thing. They did some x-rays. And yeah, I got to have surgery. So I gotta go get a physical done to get clearance and get some blood work and an EKG. He said it's like a 10 to 15 minute process because I looked at it, and from when I first noticed it to now, it has gotten bigger, you know, but it's just really soft. So, and he said the area where it's at is pressing literally on a big nerve that's controlling a whole bunch of shit down there. So that's where the irritation is coming from. I was like, all right, well, we're going to have to get that shit done. So I was tired from that. Came home, went the fuck to sleep. And then when I finally woke up, girl, it was time for me to do sisters. So I said, at first, I was going to think about putting this review out or this video out tomorrow. But I said no, because I got a little bit of energy, because I ain't had no energy when I came home because I was tired. I didn't even eat nothing. I wasn't expecting to be in the doctor's office that long. I know y'all like, damn, bitch, you could have put this in another video, but I just wanted to let y'all know what was going on. And plus I had printed out my notes at work, and I left them bitches on the printer. So I had to go redo them too. But anyway, let's just get into it. So that's what's been going on. I'm just keeping y'all updated, keeping y'all abreast of the shits. Like, I ain't trying to fuck around and play with y'all, but that's just what's happening. Life shit happens, and baby, it is hot up in here. Bitch, it's hot as fuck out here. I don't know what's been going on. It's hot all over the country. The gas prices are going up. The rent is going up. The money is going up. Inflation is a goddamn bitch. Bitch, I feel like we already in a goddamn recession, okay? And it is hot. For the past couple of days or so, baby, it's just been hot as goddamn shit out here. And I'm talking about 99, 100 degree fucking weather. In goddamn Chicago, what is going on? The other day, we had a goddamn tornado watch. Mind you, the emergency alert came through on my phone as we was coming home. As we was on the goddamn highway, I'm looking at the sky, and bitch, I was scared. If you saw my Instagram post, you already fucking know. Your girl was paranoid as hell, bitch. Okay? I'm sitting here like, all right, I'm waiting till 7 o'clock so this tornado warning can go away, so this tornado warning could go away. 7 o'clock come, they said, bitch, 7:15. Then they pushed that bitch back to 11 o'clock. I said, oh, Lord, you know? But the shit cleared up before 11 o'clock. I said, girl, I ain't got time for this. I was scared as hell. And then the thunder and shit just came, and I don't do thunderstorms. Y'all can have that shit talking about something you sleep good. Bitch, I don't. I be laying in the bed waiting for the shit to stop. I'm different. I'm different, bitch. I'm different. It was too much. I was so paranoid. But anyway, let's get into it, y'all. Girl, and now I'm up in here and I'm hot as hell. So if you see me a little moist, a little sweat, you know, don't pay it no man. I'm gonna try to clear it up. But let's just get up into this. I don't even think it's that much, but y'all know how I talk. Britney fucking Spears, y'all. Britney Spears got married since the last time we came on this channel and talked, okay? She didn't get married to Mr. Sam. I did not know that he was only 28 years old, girl. Britney is 40 and he is 28. I said, huh. All right, you know, I'm just going to be quiet. I'm just going to be quiet because I ain't doing all that. You know, they of age. And at first I was looking at it like maybe he trying. But then it come to find out that, you know, they signed a prenup that was up in Britney's favor, and he didn't have no problem signing it. And basically, if things don't go well with this marriage and they have to get a divorce and they break up or whatever, he don't get nothing of her money. And I said, oh, okay, now see, Sam, you just made me like you a little bit, because Britney has been done wrong for far too long, and mama just needs to be happy. Mama just need a break. And if this is not the reality, if she's living in another world, just let her live there for a second. As long as she happy and she not hurting nobody and she not hurting herself, and ain't nobody trying to fuck around with her, just let her be happy. Now, let me tell you something. I don't know what the hell was going on with her ex. The ex-husband that she married, like, what's his name? Jason Alexander, something like that. Baby, she married him. That was her first husband. She married him for 55 hours, okay? I think that was the one that they got married up in Vegas. Got married, got divorced 2.5 days later, and then you gonna come over here and try to crash the girl's wedding, talking about something, she want me to come, she want me to come. I said, how you know where she live at? Because come to find out, Britney done fired all her security people because she was like, how the hell was he able to get past some checkpoints, okay? No. Then he get arrested for trying to crash the wedding. And not only did he get arrested and he about to get some years, if they convict him, you know, he getting charged with stuff that he can face up to 3 years in prison. He also got arrested because he had a warrant out on him because of some Grand Theft Auto type of shit. I said, so you finna come up in here and you finna act the goddamn ass and you get yourself locked up when you could have just been free. You could have just been free minding your business, and now you done got yourself just dumb. And why not? Why not? Where was you at when she was locked up in her house? Where was you at? Was you out there in the poster saying free Britney? Why are you coming back now? I said, let that lady live her life and be good, okay? But I hope all the best to them, and I hope that she's still getting the help that she needs. That's all I can say about that. Moving on from that, Brittany Griner, another Britney, baby. And this is the one that I'm so pissed off about. Like, we got to hear this in the middle of Pride Month, okay? They really are playing games, and I feel at this point, because she is, regardless of how some people may feel or think, she is a public figure. She is a celebrity because out of all the WNBA people, you know, she's one of the most known at this point of this generation, you know, and the fact that they have her still detained over there, we already know what is going on. It's a political thing. I'm gonna stick it to us thing. That's what I feel like. That's what I feel like. You can't tell me no different, because what is the reason? What is the reason? Y'all let that other man go, even though he was there like for 3 years or whatever. But still, why is she still here? Why isn't she over here in her home with her wife? Why is she not? Y'all they extended her detention until July 2nd. And that's just for now. We don't even know if they're going to continue to fucking extend it, and keep on playing these games. I just pray for her mental health, because I just know that I would just be going fucking crazy, and it'd be so hard for me to try to keep my head up. Then people be always telling me, keep your head up, think about the positive. It's hard to fucking think about the positive when every time you turn and you look, you get knocked back down and get extra time adding on. You think you about to get out this motherfucker, and no. I just don't understand. I'm not understanding, and I'm just not here for the bullshit. I'm praying for Brittany. I'm praying for her family, and I just hope something happens real soon. I hope that July 2nd be the last day, and she actually gets to come home. I really do. Enough is the fucking enough. Moving on from that, Justin Bieber put out a video. Y'all know I really don't talk about Justin because I'm not a fan, but I can put that to the side and talk about serious issues, because what's going on with him is really crazy. This is how you have to get your health in order, and it's one of the main reasons why I'm getting my health in order as well. Like, girl, I don't, because you just never know what's gonna happen. Life is unpredictable. Your body is unpredictable. You never know. Like I was just telling y'all about the fucking nerve thing. The fucking cyst came out of nowhere, and it ain't got nothing to do with, eating right or, exercising or whatever. Cysts just popped up. Some people just prone to cysts. Just like some of these illnesses, some people's body are just prone to illnesses or whatever. And that's exactly what happened to Justin. And I just know that him and his wife, they've been going through a lot of health issues lately. Didn't it say that she had like some mini strokes or whatever? They had Miss Girl at one point. He was having some issues, and now he has this condition called Ramsay syndrome, where it's basically the nerve in his face, at least half his face, is just messed up, and it left his face paralyzed, half his face paralyzed. I don't know. It was brave of him and good of him for actually getting on camera and putting it out there and showing what's going on with him and being open like that and transparent. But baby, that shit scared me, because you just never know. Like, and there's so many things that's out there that you never heard of and you never thought would happen to a person, and it can happen. All I can say is I just hope they find out exactly what's going on with him, what's going on with his wife. I wish everybody some good health. I really do, because I wouldn't wish that on nobody. I wouldn't wish that shit. I wouldn't wish... Ugh. Sometimes we act like we are evil people. I ain't even gonna say evil. Sometimes we act like we are heartless and cold or whatever. But at the end of the day, a lot of us don't wish bad on people. I can say stuff, but I don't wish bad on people. Unless you truly, truly deserve it, I don't wish bad on people, okay? I just want people to be good and be happy and live life. That's it. Wendy Williams. Let me just go in for a second, because I feel some type of way. Now, I know Wendy can be a polarizing type of person or whatever, but at the end of the day, Wendy is iconic for the things that she did in radio and, successfully taking her radio personality to a national talk show, on TV, syndication, all of that for 13 years, all right? She was an era, okay? And she made it work. People loved her for the most part. They tuned in whether they was hate watching her or not. They still tuned in. And the way that this just goes to show how easily replaceable people are when it comes to these corporations, when it comes to these big wigs and whatever, when it comes to people dealing with money. That is all they are looking at. They're looking at the money aspect of it. They don't give a damn about your health. They don't care if, this is going on with you. You easily replaceable. Because if you losing money without you being on their show or whatever, they're going to find somebody to come in and make it up for them. And that's exactly what they did with Wendy Williams. Wendy got sick, and I know, they hadn't held out a little bit. They tried to wait or whatever, but they could have did her a little bit better than what they doing her. It's just feeling like, some people can probably say it's karma or whatever because of the things that she said. back in the day and the things that she's done or whatever. But at the same time, I still feel like it's messed up the way that they doing this whole situation. Mama show is ending on the 17th, which is Friday. This Friday. And they not even bringing her onto the show. Mama look like she coherent enough to at least video chat. She can't zoom in. Y'all ain't gonna do nothing. Y'all just gonna give her a little fucking montage. The disrespect. All the money that lady probably made that freaking network. Because people have been tuning in and people still tune in even though she's not there. And it's mostly because of the name. It ain't the host. It's the name, Wendy Williams Show. That's why they tune in, because they're faithful viewers. You know what I'm saying? And people probably still had hope that she might come in and come back or whatever. And I know at one particular point I said, you know, she should just go ahead and retire. Yeah, when it seemed like her conditions wasn't getting better. But then she started putting out these little videos and we started seeing a little glimpse that she was trying to get better, looking a little bit better, looking a little bit like herself to a certain extent. But I get it. It's about money. And the people like, listen, you ain't finna fuck up our bottom line. So we can't keep you on. We're going to have to move on. We're going to have to move on. All right. And I'm like, okay, this is a capitalist ass world that we live in. And if that's the case, I get it. But bitch, you couldn't put her on the damn show? Or did Whitney decline it? Or did y'all, Wendy declined it? I said Whitney, bitch. Hell no. Did Wendy decline it? Which one is it? And I honestly don't feel like Wendy would have declined it. And they probably didn't want to bring Wendy on there because Wendy probably would have blew that shit up. Okay? She probably would have said, she would have set it off up in that motherfucker. And I would have been tuned in like, bitch, what? That'd have been the one and only time that I actually watched this show. You know, because, and don't get me wrong, I don't really watch talk shows. I was at the doctor's office today and they had The Real Plan. I said, I thought that show was over. It must have been a rerun. I don't know. But, and I was like, damn, I used to watch this. And then I had to admit to myself, the only reason why I was watching was because Tamar was on there. I had to admit that shit. I really did. But, hey, it is what it is. She did make the show, you know, regardless of how you feel. But I really feel like that's fucked up. You don't do a person like that. You don't do a person like that. How y'all feel about that? A fucking montage. When Amanda Seals out here complaining about not being included because of this, girl, I don't give a damn. I don't give a damn. The one who really should have the goddamn outrage is Wendy Williams. That's who should be outraged. But anyway, y'all tell me how y'all feel. Moving on, Kim Kardashian. So y'all remember the Met Gala, you know, and the theme was Gilded Age. Now, a lot of people, I don't even understand why there is a freaking theme at the Met Gala, because people don't stay on theme all the time. Every single time it's like, this ain't got shit to do with what the theme is. What is your definition of it? Oh, I didn't know that. See, I took the definition really literal. Obviously, you didn't, and I don't. Oh, okay, that's your imagination, I guess. So, Gilded Age to her bent, let's go parade around in Marilyn Monroe's dress. Her infamous Happy Birthday, Mr. President dress. Okay. Now, when you have to put your body through so fucking much just to keep up an image, just to do something for one fucking night, is it really worth it? No, it's not. If you ask me, that's why I never wanted to be a celebrity. I never want to be a celebrity, and I don't want to be an influencer to the point where, and I say to the point because if you're on YouTube and you have a following, you're some type of influencer, whether you wanted to or you set out to be or not, because people are looking at you. But see, that's why I don't do all that advertisement stuff or whatever. I don't want my stuff. I want it to be organic. I want it to be natural. I want it to be just me talking to y'all, us kicking it or whatever. And y'all ain't got to be bombarded with, oh, put this code in here and put this code in here. And this video is sponsored by this and all that. That's just not me. Okay, I'm not that girl, you know. I don't want to have to make myself a certain look or a certain size. And I had those thoughts or whatever. Maybe if I did do this, maybe if I did do that, probably certain things will happen a little bit more for me. I probably would have been a little bit further than I wanted to be, but I had to be like, no, girl, you just have to be yourself. And this is what you're supposed to be doing, okay? And if you're gonna make some changes, you make some changes because that's what you want to do to make yourself feel better, healthier, and stuff like that. But bitch, I'd be goddamn if I'm losing weight 16 pounds and still wasn't enough to fit into a dress that wasn't made for me for a few hours or a couple of hours, if that, And I'm sitting here like, is it really all of that? No. And then come to find out she damaged, still couldn't get in the dress. And then she damaged, allegedly, the dress, stretched that bitch out, and some of the crystals are popped off of it. Now, it's an old dress. I don't even understand why it's a vintage dress. Why would you even let somebody get something like that? I know it's just fashion. It's just a dress to some people, but it's history. It's literal history. If you want to, no matter how you want to look at it or whatever, it's literal history, okay? And I just feel like you shouldn't touch history. That shit shouldn't even be, it shouldn't even been a way that a person could actually get that dress. And now it's damaged. I'm sitting here like, girl, a mess. A mess. A fucking mess. And you want to know what else is a mess? Speaking of the Kardashians, baby, the Kardashians ain't shit. Now, first of all, I'm going to sit here and I'm not going to fucking lie. I be watching the Kardashians that be on Hulu. I told y'all I'm going to watch it, and I'm not sitting here and lying and say, oh, I ain't going to watch that shit. I watch it every episode, and I will be watching the next week's episode. Because at the end of last week's episode, that's when we found out, or Kim found out, that Tristan was cheating and could possibly be a baby daddy to somebody else's kid, okay? And so at this point, the way that they brought that whole thing up and everybody was, telephone treeing it to each other, I'm just sitting here like, oh, so this is the breaking point. This is the breaking point where you don't want to really fuck with him, but he's still fucking around with the family. Like, y'all gotta stop being so... I mean, maybe it was the initial shock of it all that y'all probably really thought that y'all really wasn't gonna fuck with him, but at the end of the day, y'all still fuck with him because he cheated on your sister, and y'all still cool with him. I don't give a damn if she cool with him, bitch. I'm not gonna be cool with you because you hurt my sister. She can be dumb in love all she wants to, but bitch, I ain't gotta fuck with you at all. I'll give you the Scott treatment, okay? That's what I give you. So that wound up happening. And I'm sitting here like, I can't wait till the next episode so I can see how this play out. It's so, y'all got cameras all up in y'all faces. They be like, come on, you can come up in here with the camera. I be like, no. That's why people be thinking everything is fucking fake on these shows. But anyway, Blac Chyna and the Kardashians. This is what I'm talking about when I say the thing ain't shit. I mean, I understand, but they ain't shit because y'all know that girl ain't got it. Y'all know that girl ain't got it. If you've been under a rock, the Kardashians got sued by Blac Chyna over that damn TV show, Blac Chyna and Rob, or whatever the fuck it was, because they didn't get a second season because Rob and Chyna broke up. Okay? That's what was it. And all that tea got spilled. Everybody tea got spilled about who was doing what, who was saying this, and all this shit. Okay? Fine. Chyna lost that shit. First of all, it was just Chyna herself going up against a freaking machine. And that's literally what it was, okay? She never had a chance, unfortunately. And, some of us probably was rooting for her a little bit to, like, stick it to the Kardashians. But, just like she stuck it to Rob and them. Like, could she do it again? No. And the court said, no, we're going to dismiss this case. You have no case. And, it is what it is. You're just going to have to deal with it. Okay, fine. Now, that court case, baby, the main thing that stuck out of that whole thing for me was the fact that Chyna said that she hadn't paid taxes in like 5 years. I'm sitting here like, bitch, mind you, I just paid off my federal taxes. They took that shit, they snatched that shit out my check, out my goddamn bank account on fucking Monday. Okay, they sent me a goddamn letter, bitch. You can pay that shit down. I said, all right, damn. I would have been paying on it earlier if y'all would have been had your site working. Girl, I paid that shit all off, you know, and they snatched all of it out of my bank account. It was like, oh my God. It hurt so bad, but I just wanted to get it off my back because I ain't want to be dealing with paying here, paying that, doing all that. Girl, I want to have a whole fucking year free of not having to worry about IRS debt, okay? Because I've been through that and ain't nobody got time for it. It's stressful. I told y'all about that before. Oh my God, that was one of my biggest stressors. I never thought I would be able to pay that shit off. I never thought I'd be able to get here, okay? I never thought it was... Girl, I was going through some shit. I ain't never been so depressed, but I've been depressed. Still a little bit is, but that moment... Oh, it took me through. It took me through. I thought I was never going to make it. Anyway, but see, with the Kardashians, China, you put that shit out there saying that you ain't pay your taxes. Now, how, if she ain't paid her taxes in 5 years on personal or business, how the fuck you think she going to pay these goddamn legal fees? They came through like they was fucking 50 Cent and Tierra Marie. Y'all remember when 50 Cent, Tierra had that whole situation where the dude that she was fucking around with who had all them other girls or whatever, you know, I don't know what the situation was, but she tried to blame 50 Cent for putting some pictures of some shit out of her or whatever, but he got found not guilty of doing that. And then, you know, she got made, the judgment was for her to pay his $35,000 legal fees, and she has yet to pay that, and he's been on her ass ever since. Like, he'll be quiet about it for probably 6 months, and then he'll come back and put up a post talking about he looking for Tierra and all this shit or whatever. I said the Kardashians finna be, they trying to do that to Blac Chyna. Because these motherfuckers said, we want you to pay $390,000 in legal fucking fees. That's what they trying to get the lawyers. They lawyers trying to get the judge to sign off on. I said, y'all got y'all... Blac Chyna, compared to the Kardashians' fucking wealth, y'all could have ate that 390. Y'all, bitch, if y'all don't get y'all money hungry ass out of here. Now, I understand she the one that brought this case up against y'all, put y'all through this whole thing or whatever, but you are her child's grandmama. You are her child's aunties. Courtney said this ain't got shit to do with me, so don't even throw it this way. Courtney, she happy in love over there. That's what she doing, because it ain't Courtney. It's everybody else, and I don't even think it's minus Kendall and Courtney. It ain't got nothing to do with them. It's Chris, Kim, and Khloe, allegedly. They said the Kardashians want Blac Chyna to pay the legal fees after she lost the case of $390,000. $500 is, okay, this is the breakdown. I ain't finna add this shit up. I just wrote it down. It said it's $5,000 in filing and motion fees, more than $4,000 in jury fees, up to $63,000 in deposition costs, $9,300 in service of process fees, nearly $20,000 in court reporter fees, and almost $185,000 in fees related to the models, enlargements, and photocopies of exhibits, more than $700 on electronic filing, another approximately $7,200 on electronic document hosting, and upwards of $96,000 on other costs. At this point, that shit just sounded like they was pulling shit out their asses. I'm sitting here like, now y'all know damn well she ain't got that money. Y'all could let that go. Y'all can let that go and just get the money to goddamn dream. Like, come on, what is going on? The Kardashians, y'all ain't shit. That is funny to me, because y'all, Chyna out here boxing for her life and losing, okay? And y'all just piling it up. Bad Chyna, you ain't think this shit through. Okay, now I get it. You said, let me fuck this family. And you did, literally. And you said, aha, I got back at your ass. And you didn't think that they'd come back for your ass. And they did with a goddamn vengeance. Baby. Too goddamn shay. I said, no, ma'am. Y'all might, I hope the judge deny that shit. You ain't know that lady ain't got... That is fucked up. I don't like it. I don't like these people coming after her like that. Not in this part. Not in this part. I don't think that shit is fair at all. I don't at all. Moving on from that. The game is still butthurt. He been doing a little podcast stuff or whatever, and doing some interviews and all that stuff, just talking a bunch of nonsense from the clips that I saw. And so he basically, baby, they said if you did a movie about 50 Cent, what would it be called? He said abandonment. Because he abandoned his son, the oldest son, and he was like, I be the one that, and his baby mama, and I come in and show them what a real man and a real father. Now, that did make me laugh. That did make me laugh. Because I don't give a fuck what nobody say. You can like 50 or you can't like 50. But that was the worst thing that he has ever did, in my opinion. Out of all the probably criminal stuff that he's done, the worst thing that he has done is disown his son for what? For what? And the way that he's so loving to his youngest baby, and he treats his oldest son like he was never fucking born. That's disgusting as fuck. And the fact that we still support his shit, it makes me mad. And I'm talking about myself, because as soon as August or July, whenever time it gets here, I'm going to be watching Power, and y'all going to be watching the goddamn reviews. And we support him. And it's mostly because we support other people, not necessarily him, but his name is attached to it. So technically we are supporting him indirectly, even though we don't want to. It's fucked up. It's fucked up. The same way, I ain't even going to get into it because somebody going to bring it up, but y'all already know what I'm talking about. That's why I don't even say nothing about it no more. People going to support what they going to support. But the game is still butthurt about this halftime show at the Super Bowl. And my whole thing is this. Yeah, it would have been cool if he was there. You know, he would have did probably a half a song or whatever. But it was so many people that was already there, okay? We already had the headliners. It was Dr. Dre, Snoop Dogg, 50 Cent. Well, the originals was Dr. Dre, Eminem, Mary J. Blige, and Kendrick. Kendrick wasn't a guest. Kendrick was the actual co-headliner, right? Either fucking way, I feel as though it was too many motherfuckers on that stage in the first place. And I didn't understand how it was gonna work. It was too many people for the time limit that they was going to get him to do a Super Bowl halftime. Them concert people's like, I need a whole freaking set, okay? And then you want them to put in you too? No, game. Now, let me tell you this. Yeah, it would have been cute. It would have been nice or whatever. But for you to come out and say, I'm not a safe artist, that's why they didn't want me to come up there, because ain't no telling what I do. Well, that's why you just put it out there now that you would never be invited, because you just put out there that you're not a safe artist to do that. You're uncontrollable at this point. So now you're shooting yourself in the foot about you're messing up your own chances if it wasn't in consideration, which I'm pretty sure it wasn't at this point. And then, you know, you're like, well, 50 Cent wasn't from L.A., so why was he there? He an icon, but he still wasn't from L.A., so why was he there? But my whole thing is this. We have to get out of... I want people to get out the mind frame of just because a Super Bowl is being performed in a... It's being had in a certain type of city or a certain state or whatever, that those local artists are the ones that's supposed to be called in to perform. That is not how it goes. Yeah, you could say it would have been cool. It would have been cool if a lot of LA, because it's a lot of classic and iconic LA artists that could have been called. But the people that they wanted to be there got there. And you just didn't make the list. And you probably mostly just upset because 50 got it and you didn't. And you have to understand the reason why 50 got it, because 50 is Dr. Dre's protege. You signed on with 50. And y'all had y'all falling out. That's it. Nothing more to it. Okay, let the hurt go. I was looking at, did y'all look at Jennifer Lopez halftime? Y'all tear that lady up for what? Why y'all don't like Jennifer Lopez? I like Jennifer. I don't give a fuck. She be stealing music or whatever. I don't care. I like Jennifer. I like the show. Girl, they was chewing her up because there was one particular scene where she was on the phone trying to talk about, and they didn't get the whole. And see, somebody, they clickbait the whole fucking thing and made it seem as though, you know, she was literally talking down on Shakira's culture with belly dancing because, you know, Shakira is Colombian and Lebanese, right? And she said she was on the phone, the clip that they screenshotted 3 parts, and it basically said we can't get up there just had this show just us shaking our asses and belly dancing. That ain't deep, that ain't nothing. Like, it was nothing. But basically what she was trying to say was, if you looked at the thing in whole, they were trying to take out the cages. If you go back and you look at Jennifer Lopez and Shakira's NFL performance, it was one particular point where her daughter was in a cage, and I think they had some other kids in a cage. And all of this, when you go back and you look at the actual documentary on Netflix, it's called Halftime, she was explaining what it was. You know, she was never a political person, but then this whole issue about the immigration stuff, you know, it came about. So she took that moment to be a little bit deep and to put those issues out there. And the NFL at the last minute, literally the day before, called in and said, bitch, no, you ain't putting them cages out there. I said, oh. And she said, no, because that ain't what we finna do. We ain't finna just be up there shaking our asses, doing belly dancing and all this shit. We finna go a little bit deeper, too. She said, we not just gonna be doing that, but we gonna go a little bit deeper. See, they tried to make it seem like she was just coming for a coaching, and I get it, but it was deeper than that. Y'all tried to do Jennifer, okay? I don't know. Like, we could say a lot of shit about Jennifer. But they was coming for Miss Girlie's neck. I liked it. I don't give a damn. It was so random to see Ben Affleck. Ben Affleck was in that bitch at the beginning for like 2 seconds, and then we ain't see him no more. I said, now, during the halftime, she was still with Alex. So why are you here? And never touched on their relationship. It wasn't like a biography, you know, from her very beginning. Like, it did touch on some of her beginnings, how she was a dancer, you know, her home life, how she was a dancer, then she turned to actress, but it didn't go in depth. Okay, it was just talking about the halftime performance. That's what it was mostly focusing on, because it didn't really go into all of her relationship. It just turned into how she was a target for the tabloids and target for, you know, comedians on, you know, talk shows and all this stuff in press. So that was that, baby. And let me just put it out here. When Jennifer Lopez came onto the scene and people saw her ass, and I ain't even gonna say us, and I ain't gonna say Latinas, and I ain't gonna say culture people, I'm saying these color people. These color people. They ain't never see a body like that. So they was acting like her ass was so goddamn big. Like, oh my God, that bitch is humongous. And when you go back and you look at the pictures from early days or whatever, you be like, dog, that's nothing. I mean, it's cute. It's good. It's plump. But bitch, it wasn't as... Why was y'all harping so much on it? Especially nowadays, like... I said, girl, anyway, watch Halftime. Don't be a hater, okay? Anyway, moving on from that, Post Malone, baby boy, since we on here talking about health and stuff, somebody needs to get him some help, okay? Get a nicotine patch. Baby, actually, just go ahead and get a carton and put it all over your body and detox, okay? I'm pretty sure y'all too young to have lungs that look like tar. Black as fucking tar, okay? We too young for that. We too young for that, okay? I'm just gonna put that out there. That man said that he smokes up to 40 to 45 packs of cigarettes, or 40 to 45 cigarettes a day, and the most that he smoked in a day was 80. Why? You can't tell me his breath don't stink. Oh my God, and some of y'all be kissing people after, how do y'all do that? Even when y'all smoke weed, bitch. How do y'all kiss people after that? Y'all don't feel that taste up in y'all mouths when you smoke? Whatever you smoke? The little aftertaste, the nicotine taste, the weed taste? Ew, bitch. And then you going and putting your tongue up in other people's mouth? That shit is nasty, okay? First of all, cigarette smoke is nasty. That's why I don't do it, okay? I tried it back in the day trying to fit in or thinking that I was a little cool or whatever, and it just never stuck. I just couldn't get with it. I was like, I don't get it. I just didn't get it, okay? But, I do a little weed. I do a little marijuana, a little reefer, okay? A little reefer, bitch. I do a little of that to calm my nerves and shit of that, you know what I'm saying? Anxiety and all that shit. But, oh, nicotine, bitch. And that shit be stinking. Oh my God. The other day I got up into an Uber and the car was smelling like it was stale cigarettes. Oh my God. That, if you ain't never smelled stale cigarettes, that is the most stomach turning smell ever. I ain't gonna say ever, but that's one of the most stomach turning smells. It be all up in people's clothes. It be up in their furniture. Oh my God. I be seeing videos of people who lived in a house for like 20 plus years and who smoked all of those years. And when they finally leave out, all of the fucking cigarette nicotine is in the walls and ceilings and everything is just brown. Oh, disgusting. Disgusting. I know somebody sitting there like, well, I'm sitting here smoking my cigarette. You ain't have to do that. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. I'm sorry. It's just my personal feelings, okay? But moving on from that, it is Pride Month still, and I just don't understand why y'all invite certain people to Pride Month, Pride activities, or it just I don't get how come people are still getting booked that are so problematic and who have a history of just being unpredictable. Azalea Banks. We haven't spoken about her in a minute on this channel. And mama had a pride event to be at in Miami, and she showed up late, got on the stage and basically said, I'm not happy and I don't want to be here. And I said, wow, you got booed with your titties out? I would be embarrassed. Y'all not gonna boo me with these. And her teachers was sitting nice. And they booed her and everything. Because she got up there. She basically said that on the one hand, had she not got up there, see, y'all gotta stop doing this. Y'all are performers. This is the business that y'all, the profession that y'all chose to do. And y'all chose to be up in this thing. And we have to keep it professional. Yes, we can be fun because you are entertainers and you have to enjoy it as well. But you cannot and you should not let your audience know that there has been some issues that was going on prior to you getting up there and then not putting forth your all to give a performance that these people pay to see. You shouldn't do that. Whatever went on behind stage or behind the scene, take care of that after you perform. Don't bring it to your audience. Give your audience your best because that's what they want. Okay, they don't want to have to talk negatively about the artist that they like or love, you know. Same thing with Monique, that whole situation. I don't give a fuck what nobody say. She handled that whole shit wrong. A lot of us still love her, and it ain't no size on that situation. Everybody in that whole situation was fucking wrong how they handled everything with it, okay? And she popped it off. She popped it off. If you have an issue with what's going on behind scenes and how people are setting up stuff, don't bring it to your audience. Continue, if it's that bad, that it's irking you that bad, cancel it. But don't bring that shit to the audience, okay? Don't bring it to the audience because that ain't what we here for. We don't want to hear that. Give it to us afterwards when you gave us a bomb-ass performance. Give it to us afterwards when you did the damn thing, okay? Azalea got her ass up there on that stage and she basically said, I want to be here because they was fucking her shit up. She was like, bitch, first y'all telling me I'm headlining, then y'all telling me I'm not, then you telling me come at 10 o'clock, then you saying I'm getting on at 1 o'clock. Now, shit, bitch, if you would have pushed me all the way back to 1 o'clock in the morning, bitch, I would have been pissed as fuck. Who is up, okay? Well, I be up, but bitch, I don't be wanting to be outside at that late, okay? But shit. And said that the shit was ghetto. Girl, they booed her, threw water at her. She dropped the mic and threw that bitch and left. I never pay to go see no goddamn. Certain people I just wouldn't pay to see. She's one of those, you know. And I just don't understand how she's still getting booked. Y'all, I mean, and I'm not saying that she's not a good artist. You know, music probably great. I've never really heard a lot of her music, but it's the antics. It's the actions for me. Okay, I can never support somebody like that. But moving on from that, Diddy is to receive the Lifetime Achievement Award at the BET Awards. Honestly, I'm not even hyped about the BET Awards yet, because I don't know what's going to happen. I'm going to say, we always going to say, oh, it's going to be boring, it's going to be boring. And it probably will be a little dull, just a little bit, slightly. I know Taraji P. Henson is going to be the host again. But most award shows, especially this season, has been a little dull. But I've always found something that I actually enjoyed about it. And I'm going to talk shit about BET. I ain't like the way they handled the whole Lil Nas X situation. And people can say that, you know, he always trying to use his sexuality, but no, BET has a history. So if you go back and you look at certain, yeah, BET ain't even acknowledging, you know, the actual BET, just now acknowledging Pride Month at the end of Pride Month by showing a gay TV show that's been on. Girl, I'll get into that later on another time, but I just seen the commercial. They put Noah's Ark on the 27th at the end of Pride Month. I said, wow, okay, cool. Fine, I'm still watch. But, you know, I can call out. And see, that's what people need to be able to do. You need to be able to call out whatever it is, a person, an entity, a company, or whatever that you like. Because they're not always going to be 100. They're not always going to be great. They're not always going to get it right. You know what I'm saying? They're not going to just go without flaws, okay? They're going to have their moments where they, you know, make a hiccup here, make a hiccup there, and you should be able to call them out without, you know, repercussion or, you know, feeling as though, oh, well, I shouldn't do this because I don't want this backlash or whatever. No, say what you got to say. It doesn't mean that you won't still support, because I'm going to always tune into fucking BET, but I'm going to call some shit out when I need to call shit out. We all do that, right? Same thing with, you know, these TV shows or whatever that we watch. We gonna call it out, but we still gonna watch most of the time, okay? I ain't never gonna miss a goddamn BET award. Never. And I'm probably one of the very few that still actually watch BET regularly. I don't just tune in for the BET Awards. I'm watching all of the programs that's on there, okay? So, you know, I'm a supporter. I could talk my shit, but I'm gonna still support. It is what it is. But, yeah, I'll probably get hype about it probably next week. Probably next week when I see who's going to be performing or whatever. Congratulations to Jennifer Hudson, though. Jennifer Hudson is an EGOT, you know. She got her Oscar for Dreamgirls. Y'all remember that, okay? She got her Emmy Award. I did not know. Daytime Emmy Award last year for immersive VR experience called Baba Yaga that she was working on. And of course, she got her Grammy Award for her self-titled album back in 2007, 2008. You know, she won Best R&B Album. And then this past Sunday, she got her Tony Award for being one of the producers of this play called A Strange Loop. Is it called A Strange Loop? Yep, I think. Don't give me the line. But anyway, she's an EGOT winner, and I'm proud of her. We can say a lot of things. We can say a lot of things about a lot of these people. But when they do, especially black folks and black women, when they get acknowledged and get accomplishments, it makes us so proud. It makes us so proud. And and she's from Chicago. And if y'all know Jennifer's story, oh my God, that shit, the way that she came through and continued on after the tragedy that happened in her family early on in her career, baby, that's a strong woman. That is a strong woman. Because I don't know if I would have been able to do it. Not as soon as she did. I wouldn't have been able to do it. Baby, if y'all go back and look at her history, it's just a lot. But congratulations to Miss Jennifer Hudson. Moving on from that, Mary J. Blige is going on tour, you know, the Good Morning Gorgeous tour. This is her first tour in 5 years that she will be headlining. I believe Ella Mai and Queen Naija will be like opening acts or whatever. It's a 23-city tour, and it's starting in September. I hope it comes to Chicago because I'm going to try to get some tickets. I seen, she put some damn good show. I seen her perform at Tyler Perry's house, and It was really good. I was sitting here like, well, damn, bitch, I didn't know. And that was back in the day when she was doing those London sections and stuff like that. She still performed her hits and everything, but mama put on a damn good show. Okay? Moving on from that, I'll be looking out for that, trying to get me a ticket. Better come to Chicago. This whole situation with Lizzo, it is touchy because, again, we live in a society and we live in a world this time period that a lot of, you can't just say one particular group or one particular person is sensitive. Everybody is sensitive. Everybody is sensitive. Everybody wants to be politically correct. Nobody wants to be canceled, quote unquote, even though there's no such thing as canceling, because people still be out here thriving. I will forever say that. But this whole situation, like, everything's a freaking slur these days. You can't say this, you can't say that. Back in my time, the homophobic slurs that we knew, that been here from time to time, and that was it. And the racist slurs. I did not know that was slurs or a slur. And this is my ignorance because I just didn't know. Lizzo got a song out, or had a song out, called Girls. And in it, she says, something about, it's Spazz. And I'm saying it like that because I don't want to offend nobody. But I honestly feel like they came at her head because they said that was a slur, a ableist slur against people with cerebral palsy, because that, if you look at the whole entire word of where that comes from, is the way that the muscles or whatever work with that illness, that disease. And I was like, it is 2022 and I have never known that was a slur. They've been using that word, especially here in the U.S., especially in hip-hop, and especially in other things, to mean go crazy, to just, wilding out and all that shit. It was never used as negative. It was never used to hurt, to offend, or whatever. So I'm just confused if this word been around over here and in music and on TV and in movies. Was it an uproar then for them to not use it? Or y'all just picking and choosing? I'm just asking. I'm just asking because I'm confused. Like, why now? Why now? And they say that it's a UK thing, mostly in the UK, mostly Canadian, Australian, or whatever. But see, we're not over there, so we wouldn't know. And so the way that people were coming at Lizzo, it was almost as if she knew this and she should have known this. But it's like, how would we know that? We don't know what's going on over there in the UK or in other parts of the world when we're just dealing with a lot of things over here. Yes, you do have a wider audience. We do understand that a lot of people all over listen to your music, but honestly, I feel as though it was an honest mistake because none of us knew that was a word. If we did not have the illness or deal with somebody that has that particular disability, none of us knew that was a slur. And I'm not going to say it because I don't want to offend, because I'm still trying to understand it, and I'm not going to look down on people who feel some type of way about it being a slur and so adamant about it being a slur. It's just that we've heard it many times throughout our lives, and at least I have, in songs and stuff like that, and nobody has put up an uproar like this. And I don't know. And then when stuff like this happens, it leads to people using issues like this to try to be racist, because I've seen some of those as well, and it was really crazy. Like, y'all was trying to get Lizzo out the paint. But see, Lizzo, And I know some people said that she shouldn't have did it. She shouldn't have confirmed to what the pressure was and what people was trying to say and all this stuff, because she did put a statement out. She took 100% full accountability for it. She did not say, if I offended. She said, I learned, I'm hearing it, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to take that version down and I'm going to put a different version up that does not have that song. She did the correct thing. She did the correct thing, because at the end of the day, like I said, it's not just us that's buying the music. She got a whole bunch of other people too, and you don't want to isolate your a big part of your freaking fan base. You know, other people in your fan base. So, I mean, it's hard out. This is why I just don't want to be a celebrity, bitch. It's hard to please everybody. You're damned if you do. You're damned if you don't. Like, girl, I am so confused because I just really never knew. Did y'all know that? Somebody just give us a list of the shit that we can and can't say, so we can know. I'm being honest, because I don't want to offend nobody. I really don't. That is crazy. That is crazy. But y'all tell me how y'all feel about that. Moving on, Netflix. The whole Netflix and Monique situation, remember when they went up into court because Monique basically said, y'all not going to play her. Now, see, we was right with you on this one, Monique, because Netflix tried it. They really fucking tried it. You know, she was trying to get her a little, they offered her a little special, comedy special, 1 hour comedy special, and they was only going to give her $500,000 when you giving everybody else millions of dollars to do stuff. And you giving her this lowball at, you know, offer, and then basically saying that you're not going to be owner of any of the shit that you have. So you're going to take my stuff, you're going to copyright it for yourself, and you're only going to give me $500,000 for it? No. So she claimed gender bias and racial bias at the same time, or I should say discrimination. And I'm going to just read what it says. This is what the Hollywood Reporter said. That Netflix and Monique has settled their lawsuit, you know, that she filed in 2019 claiming racial and gender bias. Both sides on Tuesday moved to dismiss the suit. According to a court filing, the terms of the deal weren't disclosed. Netflix in 2017 started to court Monique for a comedy special during this time, and it was aggressively ramping up its stand-up content. The negotiation, however, didn't get far because the Oscar-winning actress did not agree to what was considered an opening low offer for a 1 hour show, including owning the copyright, retaining all audio-only rights to the special. She protested the offer as discriminatory, leading to Netflix walking away from the negotiations. Now, when I read that, they said she basically didn't negotiate. So that was the initial offer. So they making it sound like, clear this up for me, that she walked away after the initial offer. And if that's the case, well, Monique, you should have stayed, and you probably would have got a little bit more if you would have negotiated, stayed at the table and tried to negotiate. Because most of the times some people start with a low offer and then you negotiate for more. Or some people, like when they do lawsuits and stuff, and they be like, I'm suing you for $300,000 or $300 million. They start big because eventually it's going to get lower in negotiations, you know? So I don't know. Monique, she sued Netflix, refusing to budge beyond its initial opening offer. That was the opening offer. So she didn't even sit there to negotiate. Oh, okay. She accused the streamer of systematically underpaying black women. So on this part, Monique was wrong. I'm just going to put it, because you didn't even stay to negotiate. But what her thing came out to be, because it did show that the judge sided with her, because in the sense that, you know, the bias. We'll get there. She accused them of systematically underpaying black women, pointing out the 8-figure deal by Dave Chappelle, Chris Rock, and Amy Schumer. Allegedly leveraged other comedians' compensations during negotiation and was paid 26 times more than what Monique was offered. The offer made to Monique was merely an opening offer, from which there was an expectation by both Netflix and Monique of continued negotiations, likely leading to an increased compensation. being offered to Monique. Right. Once Monique engaged in a protected conduct, protesting the discriminatory offer, Netflix shut down any further negotiation and refused to negotiate in good faith, consistent with the standard practices. So Netflix decided to back out as well because, they just wasn't here for it. Monique spoke about this publicly and told us to boycott the whole thing at the time, blah, 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 blah. Moving on from that, the federal judge overseeing the case sided with Monique's novel theory that Netflix failure to negotiate an opening offer consistent with the normal practice, which typically leads to increased compensation, constitutes an adverse employment action for purposes of retaliation claim. So basically, because Monique was just like, no, that negotiation, that opening offer was too low, I'ma walk away, or I'ma protest against it. Netflix just said, fuck that shit, I'ma walk away, and they didn't try to counter offer. So that's what the issue was, and that's what was wrong. And they did not do that with anybody else. They stayed in and tried to negotiate, but with Monique, they just gave up and they just said, fuck it, this not worth my time. And so the judge sided with her, which is true. Okay, if you have a practice, a normal pattern of what you do with all your other clients and other people that you're trying to get on your platform, you do the same exact thing with the next person. You shouldn't be doing it different, okay? And they fucked themselves in that. Yeah, so that's what the judge sided on them. So basically, the case got dismissed, but the judge sided on Monique's side mostly. Understandable. And I'm all the way here for it. We don't know what if she got compensated or anything like that, so I guess Monique got to win. Monique got to win in that aspect, and I just want her to continue to get wins and just stay quiet for the rest of this time for a little bit, just a little bit, and just continue to work. That's it. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. I hope y'all understood that. Basically, she got the offer. It was low. She kind of backed away from it and said, y'all not finna fuck me over. And she let it known to the people instead of coming back to negotiation. And instead of Netflix going ahead and continuing negotiations like they were supposed to do to bring her back, they just said, because you out here protesting against it, we ain't finna do shit. But that was the wrong move on their part, and that's why the judge sided with her. Okay? Moving on from that, Suge Knight, lawyers from Suge Knight's case that, remember when he got into that car accident in that car wash where he ran over that man, Terry Carter, and killed him in 2015, the reason why he in jail, I believe, now, the lawyers is trying to get him to pay $81 million to the family. Honestly, he do need to compensate the family for their, pain and distress and, heartache and all that stuff and grievances. But $81 million, see, this is what I'm talking about. They start as a high offer, but they want, if the lawyers get some compensation out of him, it's not going to be 81 because they're going to negotiate and that shit is going to go down. And I don't even feel like it's going to probably be $1 million because I don't even think he got money like that no more. Suge Knight been up in jail how long? Okay, death row making what? Where his income coming from? Girl, please, okay? They do deserve, but it ain't gonna be no 81 million because he ain't got it. Girl, let me just say this, because I know somebody gonna be like, why you ain't touched? Because I don't care no more. Megan Thee Stallion is on the cover of Rolling Stone. Fine as fuck. I ain't even gonna lie. That's my girl. But at the end of the day, baby, do I care to read the article at this point? Because I already seen excerpts of what's gonna be happening, and I'd already just seen clickbaits or whatever on the blogs and stuff. Baby, I am tired. I am tired because every fucking it's a new thing. It's new information that keeps coming out. Apparently, allegedly now, Tori, she stopped talking to the best friend because, she went over there and talked to Tori, and he allegedly tried to offer to give her money to get a business or some shit like that or whatever the fuck. Baby, it's just, I get it. And the only reason why I'm saying I'm tired is not because I don't believe her story. I do. It's just that I'm tired of bits and pieces of information keep coming out, and it get stirring up stuff. Stirring up stuff. And within that, I know I'm just tired of hearing about it. I just want them to go to court, and I want them to keep it. It been enough been into the public and having public scrutiny and people believing or not believing it. And, you know, of course you're going to feel away because it went public and people are, you know, saying things or whatever. Understandable, and I know you want to say your side, but at this point I just want everybody involved to be quiet and stop saying shit to the public, stop saying shit to publications, stop saying shit on their personal accounts or whatever, and just wait until the court date comes and y'all put it out in court. Because all this, I'm gonna give a little bit here and I'm gonna give a little, I'm tired. I want to know the whole thing, and then I want to be done with it. But at this point, a lot of us are tired. I'm sorry. Moving on. Y'all heard about that elephant that trampled that lady and then came to her grave and trampled her again? That was all over Twitter today. I said, what the fuck? Trampled the lady. I think she was 70 years old. And then when they was burying her, found out where she lived at or was being buried and came there and dug, I don't know, just took her ass and swung her and trampled all over her dead ass body. I said, that is fucked up. But what did she do to the damn elephant? I don't know. It's not funny, but it's like, what? It's like, what? And the last thing, the baddies, please stop asking me if I'm going to review. I'm not. At this point, I don't feel like I'm going to be reviewing anything else from Zeus Network for right now. Because Zeus Network, it's ghetto. And I hate to say that, but it's literally ghetto. And, you know, people got on Funky Dineva ass for saying what he said about it. But, you know, when they did that Bad Boys, Houston casting call and had all them men show up in all that 100+ degree weather and all them fucking fights breaking out and, you know, only giving them 5 seconds to audition, to already have had the cast that they was gonna use for the show there. Y'all used them as y'all could have been caught up in liabilities. Somebody could have got, you know, passed out. Somebody could have died from the heat or whatever. And all because y'all wanted to get some casting footage when y'all already had the cast. And y'all set these people up. And then my gay people, can we stop showing the world that all we are about is fighting? And that's what Zeus is showing. Like, damn, bitch. Like, I need to go through the app to see if it's some actually other stuff on there. Because, yeah, I like a good fight here and there. But I don't need to see it every fucking episode. Bitch, like, damn, that was my issue with Bad Boys. What show? I was looking at Chasing LA and they listen, they was just fighting out of the blue on the first fucking episode. Like, bitch, we don't even fucking know y'all. Why y'all fighting? Same thing on the Bad Boys, you know, and y'all know I review that. And like I said, I support black people, so I'ma still support to a certain extent, but I'm not reviewing it because I just ain't got the patience. That's what it is. Y'all can stop asking me about the Baddie South. Yeah, I saw that shit. First of all, I already knew it was gonna be. I need Natalie Nunn to grow up. You 30-something years old and you still in this mindset of I'm a bad bitch. Well, you could be a bad bitch. I'm a bad girl. You still in that mindset like she in a bad girls club and you're married with a child. At a certain point, we have to let go of that fucking mentality of putting bitches together to do what? Even with the Bad Boys Club, what are y'all doing? What are y'all coming together for? To just fight? Because literally on Betty South, she literally said the first one didn't get what it was supposed to give because it was boring. So now you got these young girls on here and these other ones that's going to do nothing but fucking fight. And for what? Like, you got Blueface Girlfriend on there, the crazy one. Mama ain't rap too tight, but mama beat that girl ass in that goddamn sink. And you know what? As much shit as I just talked, I was here for it. Because that girl was coming for her throat for no reason. As soon as she seen her, she was coming for her. I said, well, shit, sometimes you can't be talking about people and not think that they ain't gonna do nothing. But she beat her ass in the sink, and it looked like that bitch gonna get her ass beat again. Girl, but anyway, sometimes we just need a break. But y'all tell me how y'all feel. I talked for an hour and 10 minutes. God damn. Anyway, y'all be good. This will be up probably early in the morning. But when y'all see it, y'all will see it. It's dedication because it's 10:57 right now. Jesus. Anyway, I hope you guys enjoy the rest of your week. Enjoy Juneteenth. Also, happy Father's Day. Don't forget the good fathers out there. Please don't. And I will see you guys. Stay hydrated, bitch. Please, in this weather. Okay? And as cool as possible. And I'll see y'all later. Peace.